Now, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, then you should be able to look at something and describe it in 1,000 words. Now, I'm going to point the camera at something. I'm going to try and describe it in 1,000 words. The stream... I'd like to do it in past tense, okay? So the stream moved quietly down its bed until it got to the tree, the giant centurion cedar that had arched for so long and now lay spread across the water, diving in at the tip. The branches jiggling as the water rippled through them, creating dark splotches on the reflections on the surface of the water. Some of the reflections were clear in the center as it passed the tree, but closest to the little island that the tree had formed, upstream from it, the water ran swiftly, blurring the reflection. Similarly, on the far side of the stream, the side closest to the chair, and the road, and the teepee, the stream rippled quickly, making tiny lines close together. Through the edge of the water, where it was only an inch above the last year's grass, the grass lay in perfect, no, not perfect, the grass lay in lines going along with the water, hugging the shore. Brown spaces could be seen between the grass, revealing the depth of the layers of grass, the depth of their layers. Snow still lay on the island around which the water flowed so happily. The snow was piled 6 inches in places, perhaps even a foot. Brown grass, bent from the weight of the snow, stuck out of the snow, stuck out above it. Ice lay alongside the edge of the water. Snow that had been soaked snow. A patch of snow closest to the arched tree bridge cleared the water by a couple of inches. The old cedar branches, one cedar branch was left, arching its way across the stream. On it clung lichen, green lichen. On the trunk, or on the branch itself, which was thick like a trunk compared to the branches that jutted off it. That had grown off it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 branches still poked from the top of the thick branch. 11 twigs, showing that the branch itself was 11 years old, or more, as that didn't account for the great gaps in between them. A grapevine tried to grow up it, or had once grown about a meter from the base of from the tree trunk itself. No, maybe a few meters, as that branch had wound its way outward. And the grapevine still clung, curled around the branch, tangled with last year's meter-tall grass. A stump at the base of the tree, the stump of the tree, which now stood beside the water, while the tree itself, now a giant log, lay a foot away from it, 6 inches, 8 inches, before it arched over the stream. As it had been cut, part of the stump, it had broken. It had fallen across the stream before all of it had been cut through. So now a jagged piece of stump, no longer bark covered, pointed upward out of the hollow stump. Behind it grew 2 spruce trees, just saplings, likely growing from logs themselves, above the water, which the snow that now covered indicated would be beneath it. Okay, how's that? That's a picture's worth 1,000 words. I don't know if that was more than 1,000. I have to type it up. And I didn't even describe it all. All I described was the water coming along. I didn't really describe what the reflections reflected. And I described it going slowly along here and how it lined the grass up, and slowly along that side there and how it blurred the reflection. And those little tiny lines there of that. Then that snow right there, how it was waterlogged and icy. That, how the grass jutted out of it. The snow over there, which was up above the that jiggling branch. And I didn't even mention the fact of all those branches that had been cut off of there. I did that one year with a chainsaw. I went down there and I walked along and I cut all the branches off so I could easily walk across the stream, because it was quite a difficult one year. You see, and I described this branch with its missing sticks, and then the grapevine, which is clinging to that, and then the tall grass, and a bit about the stump at the end of the... But I never even described, I described 2 cedars right there, started 2 spruces. I didn't even describe the background and the further stream. I think a picture is not worth 1,000 words. I think a picture is worth 10,000 words. Maybe 100,000 words. I didn't describe in the water all the bits of sticks, each little bit of stick and what it looks like, and the water and the bubble shadows, the circular shadows that move along the bottom of the stream. See, that's all part of that one picture. Wherever the picture is, if it's there or there. I guess it must be there because I described all that. See the water, this is an island. See, the water comes around, it goes under the arched tree thing. That was a little exercise in futility, wasn't it? Something to do when you sit by the stream, with seemingly nothing to do but sit. Now, upstream is an entirely different photo. Entirely different. You've got the light shining on every little ripple. And you've got the blues on the snow. Some of the snow has whitish. There's blue shadows of trees coming across. It's the sun reflecting brilliantly. There's this alder bush. It's not a tree, is it? It's a bush. Many stalks come out, and they each act like a tree. And then, of course, there's 3 more chairs up there to sit in. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 more chairs. And then, of course, there's the description of the snow itself. The snow itself, which is not snow at all. Now it is little balls of ice. Many balls of ice. Which melt on your hand, not in your mouth. One little bit melts. Drip, 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 drip. I'm just going to shake it until all the water goes away, you see, and then I'll just have a nice bunch of ice cubes. Oops, gotta do it again. Oh, and then, of course, when I was doing that description, I didn't describe the sound. Okay, we'll have to do something again.